All right, today we're diving into a really powerful idea: how you can take the trait of high sensitivity, which often feels like a huge obstacle in your career, and actually turn it into your greatest asset for building a life of real value and influence. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you this. Has anyone ever said that to you? If you've heard those words, then you're in the right place. It's one of those comments that just kind of stings, right? It makes you feel like maybe you're out of step with a world that seems to value being loud over being nuanced. But what if that feeling of being different isn't a flaw at all? I mean, really think about it. What if everything you've been told is a weakness is actually the secret key to a career path that you were literally born for? Today, we're going to flip that old idea completely on its head. To start, we really need to get our heads around this core conflict that so many highly sensitive people, or HSPs, face every single day. It's a real paradox. On one hand, you have this incredible gift, but on the other, it often feels like a huge struggle, especially in the modern workplace. See, high sensitivity isn't about being emotionally fragile or anything like that. It's actually a neurological trait. It's how you're wired. Think of your brain as this high-spec, finely tuned precision instrument. It's built to pick up on all the subtle shifts in a room, the unspoken feelings in a conversation, and the hidden opportunities inside a problem. You just see and feel things that most people miss entirely. And this right here, this is the paradox in action. Internally, you're working with these amazing gifts. You've got deep insight, you've got powerful empathy, a totally unique perspective. But externally, that often translates into a real struggle. You feel misunderstood, like you don't quite fit into those conventional career paths. And because of that, your unique contributions are often completely overlooked and undervalued. This constant mismatch between your inner world and the outer world, well, it comes at a real cost. It's not just a little frustrating. It can have a huge impact on your well-being and, of course, your professional life. Think about how this plays out. Your natural tendency for deep processing gets labeled as overthinking, and then that external judgment starts to creep inward, creating this nasty cycle of self-doubt. You start asking yourself, wait, is something wrong with me? And over time, that can spiral into anxiety, into a habit of just shutting yourself down. And maybe the most frustrating part of all is this feeling of powerlessness. You can see the problem so clearly, you even see the solutions, but you're not in a position to actually do anything about it. But listen, it absolutely does not have to be this way. I promise. There is a turning point. There's a way to break out of this cycle and forge a completely new path where your sensitivity isn't a liability, it's the very source of your greatest value. So this is the crucial point right here. The solution isn't to change who you are. It is not about becoming less sensitive. No way. It's about completely changing how you deliver your value to the world. So instead of trying to jam your high-spec instrument into a system that was built for blunt tools, you build your own system, one that depends on your precision. And this new path, it's built by leaning into your core strengths. But let's not just call them skills. They're more like innate talents. They're basically superpowers that are hardwired directly into your highly sensitive nature. And here they are, your 4 pillars. First, creativity, which lets you see all the new possibilities. Second, empathy, which allows you to connect deeply with what other people need. Third, insight, which helps you understand really complex systems. And fourth, expression, so you can share your unique perspective in a way that truly connects with people. So where do these superpowers thrive? Well, I can tell you it's not in repetitive, soul-crushing mechanical jobs. No, they thrive in fields that demand depth and real human connection. Think about things like the arts and writing, psychological counseling, deep scientific research, education, and this is a big one today, social media and content creation, where having a unique voice is literally everything. So, how do you actually do it? How do you reconstruct that path of value? Well, the key is to stop trying to get a seat at someone else's table and to start building your own. And the journey, it looks something like this. First, you find and you own your unique voice. Then, you start consistently sharing your value through whatever medium you choose: writing, videos, art, one-on-one services. And when you do that, you naturally start to attract your tribe, the people who are on your wavelength. As you keep showing up and providing value, you build genuine influence and become a trusted resource in your own little corner of the world. The outcome of this whole process is honestly transformative. You don't have to force yourself into uncomfortable situations anymore or try to win over people who just don't get you. Instead, you naturally attract the people who do. And that is how you gain not just respect and economic freedom, but that deep sense of purpose that only comes from being 100% authentically yourself. So, as we wrap up, let's really cement this new perspective. It's time to just throw out all those old, damaging labels and replace them with what's actually true. Your high sensitivity is not a handicap that you have to manage. It is a rare and valuable talent, especially in a world that is so desperate for more depth. You are not too sensitive. You are perceiving deeply. You are simply picking up on the information that everyone else is missing. And you are not too fragile. You care deeply about the world, about other people, and about doing things the right way. And that is a profound strength. And when you finally stop fighting your own nature and you start building a path that truly honors it, the rewards, they will follow. Wealth, respect, and influence become the natural byproducts of you sharing your authentic value with the world. So, the final thought I want to leave you with is this. Your unique way of seeing the world isn't just valid, it is desperately needed out there. So the only real question left is, how will you choose to share it?